Everyone, it is good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with everyone's favorite topic when it's pretty outside. We're talking about weather, and we have Thomas Patrick standing by in the Outdoor Weather Center. Looks sunshiny, nice, mid-70s, all good.
Yeah, very much just like summer. I just realized that my tie is probably as bright as the sunshine out there right now. Yeah, just absolutely sunny. Absolutely warm, as you can see behind me, and another chance at record highs today. Yesterday we hit 85 degrees, smashing the record. Deer Park hit 90. That was the third warmest May day on record in Deer Park. Only the third time you've ever gotten into the 90s. I think we'll be seeing a lot of 80s on the map today. There's your expected high temperatures at 83. Yeah, just a pinch cooler than yesterday, but not enough to make a difference. In fact, 83 is our record high. That's where it stands. That's where the bar is set. Looks like we'll tie that mark for today. And if we do get there, that'll make 3 out of the last 4 days record tying or record breaking in the region. So yeah, nothing but sunny skies, maybe a few cirrus clouds and contrails overhead. Just in for another exceptional summer-like day. But the changes will be coming along with our next chance of rain. Yeah, 100% chance of rain on Friday. We'll show you just how widespread that is going to be and how much colder temperatures will be by this upcoming Bloomsday weekend. That important forecast is in just a couple minutes.
Thomas, thank you. The election for Washington State's next governor is a year and a half away, but the race, it is already heating up. Brandon T. Jones is in the newsroom with a look at some of the potential candidates for 2024.
Just 2 days ago, Governor Jay Inslee announced he would not be running for re-election next year. And following that announcement, we are already getting a look at what the 2024 race could look like. Yesterday, Democratic State Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced an exploratory campaign with his announcement. Ferguson released a video that looks and sounds like a campaign ad, but says at this point, he's only exploring a run for governor in 2024. No formal announcement has been made. As for other potential candidates, State Lands Commissioner Democrat Hillary France has hinted she'll run too. Yesterday, she tweeted, quote, "Big announcement coming soon." France has hinted she would run for governor in the past. On the Republican side of things, Simi Byrd announced he was running back in November. He's a member of the Richland School Board. The state's Republican Party chair says discussions are underway with other potential candidates. Those include former Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler, State Senator John Braun, Yakima Dr. Raul Garcia, former Congressman Dave Reichert, and State Representative Jim Walsh. If Bob Ferguson and Hillary France enter the governor race, they could not run for their current positions. That would open up the Attorney General and Land Commissioner positions for the 2024 election. In the newsroom, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
It is official. Washington state lawmakers are headed back to Olympia this month for a special session. In 2 weeks, they will discuss new drug possession laws after failing to reach an agreement during the regular session. Under the governor's proclamation, the session can last up to 30 days. The current drug possession law expires in July because of a 2021 state Supreme Court decision saying the law violated the state's constitution. Lawmakers will return now on May 16th. Meanwhile, here in Spokane, City Council introduced an emergency ordinance aimed at preventing illegal drug use. Under this ordinance, using illegal drugs in public spaces would be a gross misdemeanor. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward believes tougher laws will compel people to get treatment.
I supported the Senate version, which was a gross misdemeanor with criminalization if no treatment is accessed. And so that gives more accountability. It gives it a tool for officers and an expectation within our cities that are reeling from this drug epidemic, actually a drug crisis, on how we deal with it and compel people to get help. There has to be some tougher boundaries to compel people to get treatment.
City Council's emergency ordinance will be voted on at their weekly meeting next Monday. Legislators will return to Olympia again on May 16th. And members of City Council, the Parks Board, and Spokane Police met yesterday to talk about changing the city code to make it a misdemeanor to be in park after hours. Right now, Spokane City Parks close at 10 p.m. Spokane Parks and SPD made the request because of increased crime within the city parks. Now, from January of 2021 to March of this year, there were about 700 incidents in 32 different parks. 79 of those incidents were violent and happened while the parks were closed. Vandalism is also an issue, and the cost to repair the damage takes away funding from other projects. It also makes law-abiding visitors less likely to want to go to their local parks. City leaders say making this change could ultimately be an investment in our community.
When somebody on the news or something hears of a negative activity or a crime that happens during the night, the perception is that that park isn't safe during the day. And that's just truly not the reality. It's really, this is the criminal activity that we're seeing in our parks is during when the parks are closed.
Right now, the rules set certain activities like having drugs or weapons within a park as a misdemeanor. Anything not specified in those rules is only a Class 1 infraction. That means officers cannot do much when someone is in the park after those closing hours.
We will have very little enforcement on this once we establish credibility. There won't be the need for it. A lot of times, just the presence of an officer arriving will be enough that those that have gathered will decide to pack up and leave.